foods. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Set up audio.
Welcome to the Cozy Coding Hour, what will soon be
Right.
your favorite place on the internet for an hour of uninterrupted drama.
Did that play through? Let me check. Recording. Okay, cool. Let's see. All right, we back. All right, hello everybody. For those watching the VOD, we are just going back to C again. Last time, there wasn't much progress. I took a break for about 4 days and just kind of got lost in the sauce. Completely forgot about everything and was honestly just trying to get my bearings back. And now, I think we're good, hopefully. Last time we just kind of added this thing. So, there was a misconception on my part last time. It was something like this. I put the padding there instead of the tile size like I was supposed to do. But yeah, so originally it was padding, and I thought there was already padding, I guess. So the tile size was 40, and the padding was 50. Padding was 50, something like that. So there was like a 10 pixel gap between the padding and the tile size, and that was what's making the padding, like the actual padding, not the 50 pixel itself. But now it's more reflective of the actual thing. So the tile size is included in the XY coordinates or the offset. So yeah. And now if we just right now there's 0 gap, right? 0 padding. But if we just change the tile gap, say 10 or something like that, and we have our original gap or spacing between the grid or the tile. Cool beans. So what I was thinking about today was just I want to do some scene transitions. I want to make I guess every time we collect the bean, I want to make it so that it transitions the scene. And adjacent to this, I want to have auto-generated walls or procedurally generated, whatever that meant, because I've heard that a lot but never actually looked into it. Today's work's gonna be on auto-generating wall, scene transition on bean pickup, or new entity. Just a green rectangle. So yeah, something like that. Basically just like a collision box or a collision rectangle, where if you go into that grid or tile, then you'll transition the scene into a next level or something like that. What's up? There's no physics today. I figure let's do. Hey man, what's up? No, it's fine. Last time I just really needed a break from C because I haven't touched it in a while. Today I think I'm just gonna chill. If we do C, then we do C. If we don't, that's fine too. Honestly, I was thinking maybe I do C for 2 hours or something, and then I'm gonna play some games. I genuinely think you should focus on C here. I don't want to spoil that now. Huge error on my part. Nah, dude. I also wanted to learn about physics. So, because like, I used to be a big fan of physics, and it was nice to kind of get in touch back with that. Yeah. Yep. Honestly, I'm thinking about making a video about it someday. About the ADS CFT correspondence, because I think it's really cool, and I think people should know about it. Yeah, definitely. Give coding a shot. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. I'm trying to, or the plan is gonna be auto-generating walls, and then if that goes well, then I'm gonna go do like a scene transition. All goes well, we'll be able to clear the first one. Hmm. Yeah. I'm just gonna play Teej. Teej got a new podcast. Um, I'm probably just gonna stuff it.
Welcome to the Cozy Coding Hour, what will soon be your favorite place on the internet for an hour of uninterrupted, drama-free code talk. I'm your host, Teej, and with me, my co-host,
Vegan. And quick cozy fact about me, I wore a scarf every single day of high school.
Balls wise.
Cozy fact about me, I play the
You're gonna call it
coziest
the Music
instrument,
Watch
the
Pro.
marimba. And it sounds like a Nokia ringtone.
Nokia is a cozy phone.
It's the coziest of phones, you can't break it.
You can't break it. You
You
know what's,
can't
what's cozy? Unbreakable things.
Great point. Which brings us to the most breakable things, code.
Yes. So right now, we're seeing a vibe coding revolution. Everyone's vibe coding. People who never thought they could code in their dreams are now whipping up to-do apps like there's no tomorrow.
Great point.
However, they're getting stuck in the grind. They're spending tokens all day. They're not slowing down and looking at what's being created. So today, I think just to start this off, we should have a really good discussion about what
Museum
makes a
Watcher
code
Pro.
base cozy.
Yes, I think a lot of people entering the field, or
Alright,
maybe they've been here
I'll
for
check
a
it out
while,
sometime later.
haven't had the opportunity to experience a truly cozy code base. And so we're going to let you know today what makes a code base cozy, or, unfortunately, what makes a code base not cozy.
Yes, sometimes more important.
It's the Cozy Coding Hour with Begin and Teej. 1 hour of drama-free code talk we would never deceive.
So, Beacon, why don't you start off? What is one of your things that when you first go into a code base, you see it, you say, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling cozy?
So this might sound a little wild, because I know I'm a little older than probably most of our audience.
Great
here.
point.
I know you guys. If you think
Anything
I look-
past Java 7.
Wait, what?
Does that make you feel cozy?
Don't mention Java. Okay, no, Java's not cozy.
Okay.
So one of the things, the keys that makes a code base cozy, is the ability to read the whole code base in a short sitting. I actually, often in previous jobs, used to print out code bases of libraries I was using.
Code on paper?
Code on paper is
Cozy.
But if you can print off a code base and have it on your desk and be able to peruse it and not have to have a giant binder, that's pretty cozy.
No, I'm just playing a
So how many
podcast.
how many lines of code do you think
T-
is in the
TJ
cozy
DeVries
zone
made a
before we
new
get out of
podcast
cozy?
called
Mm,
Cozy Coder Hour.
I don't think it's impossible to have
I was just
a
gonna
large code
play
base
it.
that's cozy.
Yes, there's no
Right.
large code base that's cozy. Wait, is NeoVim code base cozy?
Yeah,
Isn't that huge?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's impossible.
Okay, it's not impossible to have
Yeah,
a
you're
large
right.
cozy code base. Okay.
Yeah, right. But I would say it's
Nope.
nice if you've got, only a few thousand
Just
lines,
the
maybe.
podcast.
I mean, that's amazing. I love a few thousand lines for anything. I'm so hyped.
Yeah, and you can, or at least maybe the other thing that makes it cozy is if it has a smaller core
Mhm.
that you can read through. That's a smaller amount, and then maybe you have different little pieces here and there that maybe expanded out to a large code base. But you can get the main idea of the code base through the core in a few
Yeah.
thousand lines.
Mhm.
Well, I think it's not just like the code lines itself. It is
Yes.
the file structure,
Okay.
the nestings. I've seen a bunch of code bases that have been abstracted so hard that you go to one function like, okay, cool. So I go to 3 folders into this folder, then jump out 3 folders, go 3 into this one, you jump out 3.
Yes.
Very, very uncozy. I think
Yes.
having a flatter structure often is cozy.
Yep.
Being able to hop to stuff very quickly.
Yes. If you're on GitHub and it has the thing where it shows you 8 folders
Yes.
in one, you know what I'm saying? It's like packages /this/that/this/that,
Yes.
because there's nothing in any of the intermediate folders.
Very
Not
bad.
cozy. Not
Very bad.
cozy at
Well,
all.
this is tough because it does bring us to another thing. Because I was part of a cult before.
Mm,
which was,
do you know
Which-
how to
which
use
one?
Define?
This was the root.
Maybe. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay.
So
Yep.
I
This
was
is
part
how
of
I've
the
been
root
using them
cult.
so far.
Often cozy was kind of a being optimized for programmer happiness. That's
Yep.
a cozy concept.
Yep.
looking like English, being able to read. But one thing that was emphasized when I come from that world was functions that do one thing.
One thing.
Functions that take in only one argument.
Only one argument. I didn't realize that one.
Wait, you would pass more than one argument to a function? It sounds like you haven't spent the time finding out the proper abstractions. And guess what happens if you do? If you keep going down this style, you end up writing Haskell. No, but that's one of the rules. Another one.
What was the longest function name in one of these?
Oh, my function names would be my function names would wrap. Like, 100, not even on 80 columns, 120 columns wrapped. Because it would be find user without first names that start with the letter T before the date. Yeah,
Yeah, because you can't pass in two filters.
You
That
can't.
would be two parameters. That's a big no-no.
Two separate functions.
Two separate functions.
Well, there was another rule we used to follow, and I used to literally follow these rules, which is
Yeah.
no file can be over 100 lines. And I am not joking. I followed this professionally. For
in
years.
Ruby, do you have to declare the imports? Or no? No, right. So it's just all global, right? And then it's all the
Declare an import.
yeah, right. That's what I thought. So that's a little bit easier
not
in Ruby.
cozy.
I mean, because in TypeScript, you want to do you get 100 lines of imports at the top of the file. You can't even get that as a single file. So that also imports at the top. Cozy or not cozy?
Okay, that's a great thing. So I went from Ruby to Go.
Okay.
And obviously,
To
it's the
be
exact
honest,
opposite.
even myself is
Everything's
swamped.
the exact opposite.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
everything's the exact opposite.
One amazing thing I actually always loved about Go, though,
Yeah.
is where they don't let you have unused imports.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Allowing unused imports
Yep.
is so uncozy. Because you know it's not
Allowing them.
allowing them.
Okay. Yep.
Meaning
Yep.
that you say import some math library, never using the math library. Then someone comes into there and they say, "Oh, I want to remove this math library. It's got a vulnerability in it. Oh, they're maybe
It's
using it
imported
here."
30 times.
Exactly.
Right.
But how are they using it? That's clutter.
Yeah, yeah.
Clutter is not cozy. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, yeah, clutter's not cozy.
In coming from Ruby land, it's like, oh, importing the math library, monkey patches, the global math thing. So when we remove it,
I'm trying to keep my
monkey patching globals, not cozy.
Okay, so there's two. Okay, so
To-
I can give some maybe.
Okay, go ahead.
So there's
Yeah.
two schools of thought.
Of
for
course.
this concept, right?
Of
about
course.
monkey patching globals not
Yep.
being cozy.
But this
Because one nice thing about monkey patching is that, let's say you have an object already. Like in Ruby, oftentimes you would monkey patch like the core number class.
Yes.
And then the core number class all of a sudden has 16 new functions it
Yep.
can just do. So you're not thinking about some new object. Your other object just has new powers. Just
Yes.
ask
New
it.
powers. Yeah.
That's kind of cozy.
It is a little.
Okay. In practice, it's cozy. The bugs are the uncoziest things
Yes.
in the world.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially because like, if you have something,
yeah.
you can literally have it where
getting
the
used to it
import
again.
order is like doesn't happen in the right way.
Yes.
The monkey patch doesn't exist on the function. When it's just like
Yeah.
that part is not cozy.
Like
You know,
they're
this is a
talking
true-
about
this is
monkey
a true
patching.
cozy story. In my
Okay.
Ruby days,
That sounds
really
insane to
mad-
me.
I don't remember
Something
the
I
library
do in
name, but it was,
Python.
it was
It's insane.
specifically
Monkey
for
patching.
handling like password encryption. So you make a model that's
Yep.
going to be for your user.
Yep.
You want to put a password. We want to store it in the database. It wasn't the bcrypt. It was I can't remember what it's called. It was
Okay.
encrypted type or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah. Probably MD5. That's probably what you were hashing them with.
that. Well, that's always what I had. But is there anything? I mean, I was on MD4, but
Oh,
MD5.
It's cool because you can know what it is. You can check to make sure it's the right hash by
Exactly.
looking it up.
I always check all my hashes
Yeah.
before I download anything. So I remember we were pulling in this repo. And
Oh, it's down
there was
there.
like a little code
God damn
review,
it.
this teeny
Yeah.
little change, adding a column, adding a password. And I went to code review and I'm like, okay, let me look at this gem.
Yeah.
What does it do? And it added 16
here.
functions to every single string. Every single string now had
Yeah.
the ability to say, encrypt
That's
yourself.
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Unencrypt yourself.
Yep.
And I was like, hey guys, that's kind of insane a little bit for a code review. It's like 2 lines of code and then importing something. Like,
Yeah.
that's not, why is that a problem? It's in a gem. And
It's got a library, guys.
has a
It's open
library.
source. It's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know what I did right away after I approved that PR is then every time I got rejected for any sort of code review,
Yep.
I would put it in a gem, put it on my other account.
Yeah, not a Beacon bot one,
Not a
so they
Beacon
couldn't
bot.
see
didn't
it.
know
Right.
it was
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
That was Jimbo.
Yeah.
Jimbo slash, fix-
Jimbo Ruby.
Yeah, and I was always telling them, it's amazing, guys. That feature we needed. I found a gem that does it.
And it's crazy.
You want the review?
Brand new. Last 6 weeks,
Someone just made it right now.
It says cutting edge Ruby. We can definitely slot it in.
And so that's why that company was taken.
Hey guys, Josh here. Don't tell TJ that I put an ad in this video. He's going on and on about ad free. And I'm just like, that's insane that we're not going to put an ad in this beautifully produced podcast. So I slipped in one of our favorite ads from one of our favorite companies.
Teej, production's down.
I don't concern myself with such matters.
What do you mean production doesn't concern you?
I've shipped 37, nay, 38 features today.
Teej always makes the mess and I always clean it up. I'm better than that.
I don't have to be a janitor. Someone has to be the adult around here.
Who is that? It's me, your West LA godfather.
John Carmack?
What? No, it's me, Trash.
Oh. Wait! Are you here to finally get management to understand software?
What? I'm a West LA godfather, not a miracle worker.
Oh. Then why are you here?
I'm here to tell you about Sear by Sentry, the world's first AI debugger that actually has access to all of your logs, stack traces, code, commit history, and more. Code breaks, but you can get the fixed faster with Sear.
Who are you talking to?
What?
Build with AI, fix with Sentry.
No, but it does bring us to another thing of like dependencies in a repo. The coziness,
question.
How many dependencies you have. I've been in both worlds. I've been part of the absolutely terrible, never write code that's already been written. That's a waste of time. And so I had left pad, right pad, up pad, down pad.
AABB pad.
All the pads.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, life is hell when you reach any sort of dependency,
Yeah. Right. And then they remove the version that you need, or there's some conflicting version, and then you're doing overrides and you're sending.
Yes.
Not good.
But the problem is that world is definitely not cozy. But then the reverse, where I have to write everything myself, and I end up. I've been at companies where you have like utility libraries that are big catch-alls of 5,000 random functions.
Yeah.
And that's not cozy either.
Not cozy.
Not cozy.
It's
Let me
interesting
see.
because
Does this work?
writing Go, it feels like I can get away with
Okay, that
sometimes
works.
almost
So we're
installing
just
no
returning
dependencies.
pointer
Yes,
from the
Right?
spawn
Because it's just
entity.
use a standard library, you get a bunch of stuff, right?
Well, I've been looking
But
at
then
this
you're like,
because
you write JavaScript.
just doing the same thing here as well.
You gotta
so
put them in.
Yeah.
But I do wonder,
on.
seeing sort of like discussion online these days, and maybe I don't know. I'm interested to know. Do you think it's cozy or not? Having AI
Does
write a
this
bunch
one
of
work? Let's
dependencies
see.
and you basically vendor them in.
Oh no!
AI
No.
writes the dependencies, and
Yeah.
then you then that's not a bad idea.
Right.
So this is a good
Yeah.
concept here. Okay, so we are going to have to
Alright,
talk
I
to
need
vibe
to
coders.
pass
We're
in
vibe
some
coders
stuff.
too.
Yeah.
We were real coders.
Well, we talk about coding vibes
Yeah,
in this
coding vibes,
podcast,
yeah.
so that makes sense. Yeah.
but we use a little AI. Don't tell anyone.
There's just a little.
bit, just a little bit. It's funny because I've actually been I've been using AI more than all these people. I've been on it for the longest, and they're like, just because you actually occasionally read the code, you're no longer part of the crew. I'm like, just because I want to read the code every. Cortisol levels.
Not cozy. Not cozy.
Cortisol levels, keep them down.
Big breath. Big breath. Big breath.
But that is actually an interesting, and I think maybe good idea, because you want to give the AIs small surface area that they can fully comprehend.
Yep.
Once it gets too convoluted, they get
Fair.
confused. A
Yeah.
nice
Yeah,
tight
yeah,
library that
extend.
does
Okay.
one concept that I
Right.
can use in multiple places. Then when I ask you to fix a bug in it, it's not trying to pull in my whole domain times.
Yep.
That sounds pretty cozy to me.
Yeah, and I think the other thing for it too, right, is it's sort of like you don't get into this scenario
Yes.
where your dependencies update underneath you
Oh, that's
without
a
you
color.
knowing. Right? Like you have a minor version update in something which cascades out to like a bunch of stuff that breaks your whole app, right? You just like have the code there.
Yeah, it also does prevent the greatest thing ever, which is cool. We deleted that part of the code. It's like, okay, cool. You deleted the import. You didn't delete all of the actual, because people just have a folder.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is kind of like a dependency. They could
Yes.
be separated, and then all of a sudden, you're like, this thing isn't working, and then Claude Code is like, cool, got rid of that folder. No more bugs.
Right. It's
solved.
All the tests are no longer failing.
Yeah, and all the tests now have an X in front of it, and they're
Yeah.
working great. So.
Yeah, there's a difference between the tests
Have
are
you
no
ever
longer
used
failing
Yeah.
versus the tests are
Vibe
passing.
code. I don't know. AI
Yes.
to code.
Yes. Well,
Tests are passing. Cozy.
that green, so
Yeah.
cozy. Well, actually, I'll say test failing is cozy. Because you
True.
know it's not cozy? There's people out there,
Okay.
and oh my
Makes
God, it makes me sick to my stomach.
Mm.
I know people out there that write a test, and they never watch it fail once.
They don't even do red green cycle.
They don't do a red-green cycle.
Mm,
It's like, how do you know that it was working if you never saw it fail?
That is not teach-driven
It
development.
is not teach-driven development. Well,
Alright,
let's
let's see.
actually bring it back
Okay.
to Go for a
Okay,
second.
good,
because
good.
Go is I think people would debate this is Go cozy or not. But
Ooh.
well, here, what do you think? I got some strong opinions.
Okay, I'll say this is my thought. On a solo project, Go is not cozy. Because mostly I feel like I can't express myself very well in the language. In the sense it doesn't
Yes,
have...
you can. Just loop and express yourself. I don't understand the problem. Just loop.
Okay,
Aaron Hill,
Ralph.
express yourself.
But on a team, it is cozy because no one gets to express
Oh
themselves.
my God. Okay, I got it. Okay. Expressing yourself is cozy. Other people's expressing themselves,
Not cozy.
very uncozy. My opinions are cozy.
Yes.
Everyone
Well,
else
it's like, okay, if you're writing like a solo project in C, time for a little bit of custom macro action, right? But if I open up someone else's code and they're just like using macros because they're tired of typing extra characters, I'm tilted. I'm saying, bro, we're really going to start putting macros inside of here and doing all this insane stuff because you were tired of typing 3 extra characters at the end of the line. But for me, I'm like, that was pretty clever.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 2 parts to this.
Yeah.
So I totally agree on removing decisions, like personalities from everyone.
Yep.
Helps every problem you have in an actual code base.
Yeah, which is why you like Ruby, because everything lands in the same place.
Okay, well, that's Rails. That's Rails, dude.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Ruby has a bigger problem.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
But
so,
you're the Rails shopping cart world record holder for speed.
I actually am. If you guys don't know, I hold the world record for building a shopping cart in Rails. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm the only person speed running that category right now. It's gonna blow up this year. I feel like.
Yeah, this is the same thing.
But
so
I can build you a
just
shopping
use
cart in
the
Rails, and I'm
default
not like pulling a gem and do it. Like custom myself. Okay, read Agile development, Agile web development. I think we're on edition 3 right now.
Nice.
Forward by DHH. Actually, I don't know if he does the forward. I don't think he does. Okay, so back on the Go thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, so there is 2 different eras.
Staying on topic, cozy.
On topic is
but
cozy.
also
ADHD is
not
cozy.
staying on topic, cozy.
ADHD is cozy. Okay. So I coded Go before the AI era, and I've coded Go now in the AI era. And everyone always complains about Go, the boilerplate problem. You're writing so much more code to express something that, oh my God, it would be so much more concise in another language.
I just want a question mark. Guys, where's my cozy question marks?
Okay, question mark is cozy.
It is, though.
Okay. So I thought you okay.
But I'm saying, like, that's me. I'm the guy complaining about it in Go, and I'm being
real quick.
I'm being irrational.
And we are saying question mark as in Rust question mark.
Yeah,
for
of
the people
course,
out there.
right.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
No,
Bubbling
C
up
does not
errors?
support.
Yeah. Okay, here's a question.
I see.
And we'll get back to the Go one.
Function name must be unique. Oh,
Getting
man.
to
Okay.
put non-like alphanumeric things
Declaration error.
in the names of functions and methods, like is
Macros
is valid
generate C code that
question
looks
mark
like overloading.
as
Riddle.
the method name?
Debug.
Is it cozy
Okay.
or not, Beacon?
So I come from the Ruby world. In the Ruby world, there were actually conventions around this.
Yep.
So if you ended your function with a question mark,
right,
canonically that function should be a return a Boolean.
Yes.
I think that's cozy.
I actually agree. In Elixir, it's the same thing, and I thought it was very cute.
Jose stole that from Matt's. Okay, stealing is not cozy. Okay, you should not steal.
But
Wait,
imitation
I just unearthed a superly
is cozy.
powerful
Imitation is
theorem.
cozy. Imitation is cozy. Yeah. No, it is interesting.
Super cool.
I think anytime you can
Nice.
communicate some little piece of one extra piece of information in a concise way for a function, that's good.
Yes.
That's why we all like type code.
Yeah.
That's why you're like a question mark. Now I know it's a Boolean. You know another way of doing that? It returns a Boolean. You know,
and it never returns anything else.
But watch it. But also, you can return a non-Boolean if you have a question mark.
Right. Yeah. There's nothing stopping you in Ruby from
but watch this. What would you rather type? Question mark or arrow bool? Who's got time for that? Like
Great
arrow
point.
bool.
Great point.
Okay, so wait, but back on these 2 worlds.
Yep.
So boilerplate problem.
Yep.
At one point, we don't want to write all this boilerplate. That's uncozy because you're sitting there writing kind of boring code over and over again. However, when you come back to that code, it's always the easiest thing in the world.
Great point.
True.
That was always nice, but we don't like writing it.
Yes.
We like debugging and reading it later, and because of the style of Go, where they just give you, it's like everything is just looping.
Yes.
And dealing with errors manually. When you have a bug, it is so easy to insert something right to where you think it's happening.
The line number actually matches where the error is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Versus Ruby land, where half of it's macro and method missing, and
it's like, how am I in the standard library right now?
Yes, well, no, in Ruby with method missing, where if a function doesn't exist, they will try and you can write code to say construct a function on the fly for you.
Yeah.
And so this means that you'll get an error on a function. You'll do a grep in your code base for that function. It goes, that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And you go,
That's
how
horrible.
doesn't it exist?
Jesus
I'm getting
Christ.
error. And it goes, oh, that function existed temporarily when you ask for it.
Yeah.
And you go,
I made that for
What
you.
did you say,
I made that for you.
lady?
It doesn't work right now. Don't worry.
Oh, for some reason I can't.
It will.
So that,
For
so
no
that
reason at all.
not cozy, but that early era of the writing the boilerplate. Go in boilerplate and AI.
Mm, no, I didn't. I don't know. I can't remember. I said a couple of things. We got a bit of stream lag here, but I just said that's pretty cool. You unearthed a stupidly powerful theorem. I was just saying about the Ruby thing that Beacon talked about. It's crazy. Apparently, if what did he say again? If there's an error and then like you grep for the function name in Ruby, it doesn't show up.
Heavenly. It's
Right.
I
honestly
see.
very, 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 very nice right now. Don't worry.
It will.
So
maybe.
that-
yeah.
So
Go
that, not cozy, but that early error of the right error on a function, you'll do a grep in your code base for that function. It goes, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you go, how doesn't it exist? I'm getting error. And it goes, oh, that function existed temporarily when you ask for it.
Yeah.
And you go,
I made that for you.
I made that for you. It doesn't work right now. Don't worry.
It will.
So
maybe.
that-
Yeah.
So
Go
that, not cozy, but that early era of the writing the boilerplate,
Yep.
go in boilerplate and AI, it's heavenly. It's
Right.
honestly very, 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 very nice.
Yeah.
The AI knows how to write it well. The
Yep.
AI is not trying to
Because there's
think-
only one way.
There's one
Yeah.
way. And not just that, the one way is fast.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
one
true.
way, it's
Good point. It's not like the
That's
one
nice.
way is the normal way everyone writes it,
Yes.
and then it's slow and like throws errors randomly and does all this other stuff. The one way to write it in Go is also the fast way.
yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
There's no, exactly.
And if you want to do a bunch of things, then you have to put it in a for loop. There's no magic way to not make it be in a for loop. And so it's obvious. You're like,
Yes.
oh, I had to do this in a double for loop. Maybe I have a problem.
Yes.
Yeah,
And being able to go through your code base in a double for loop, maybe explore that. Great sign. You know,
Yes.
double for loops are hidden in
Yeah.
every code base right now, and,
Yes.
and like you can't even explain to someone how it is a double for loop because you have to go one moment. So this function calls that function, that calls this
Yes.
function, that calls that function, that then delegates
You
over
see,
to
it's
here.
a closure over this. We passed it to the function
Yes.
here, and this one closures over that, and it actually n squared.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the problem.
N squared.
Abstractions.
Not cozy.
Abstractions are not cozy.
True.
Is that? Do we agree on that? Maybe sometimes they are though.
Except when they are. Except
they
when
are.
I make them.
Yeah, yes, yes. Well, I think some abstractions are almost never cozy. Like certain patterns. Like for me,
Okay.
I'm a decorator hater. Sorry, Pythonistas.
Oh.
I am absolutely, and you've seen the way Python has gone over the last like 10 years.
Yeah.
All the code bases, I'm like watching them go. I come back to the code base, one more decorator on top. I come back, one more
It is
decorator on top.
true.
I come back, one more decorator on top. And all
I'll
of a
say
sudden-
this. I'll say this. One decorator can be
Cozy.
kind of cozy.
Cozy.
But bro, if you've got 5 lines of decorators above the function and it's just at this, at that, at this, at that. Also, out which one was the one that caused the problem?
Yes.
Or, bro,
Decorators. I don't think I've ever had to deal with decorators. Luckily. Let me see. Oh. There you go.
worse, the order of the decorators
Yes.
mattering.
yes.
That, not good.
No.
Yeah.
But I think
I'm
the
with you on that.
I think the pattern in general of the decorators, it's something it's a way of, I mean, you're obviously affecting the function. Like
Yeah.
that concept in general though.
Yeah.
Of like, we are going to hide some information,
Yeah.
attach this function, but it will give it a cute name. So maybe I mean, sometimes decorators are simple and you understand the concept
Yeah.
perfectly fine, but it's
The
a
only-
slippery slope.
I'll say it's a little tough because there are, in Python land, it feels right to use decorators.
To you,
Yeah, well, and to apparently everyone writing Python.
I guess. They're ideologically captured. That's the problem. Okay.
It's big decorator
big
complex.
decorator. Real quick, college can be cozy. Studying things is cozy.
Okay.
However, there's one uncozy thing, which is taking patterns developed at universities and applying them to the real world. Okay? It took Haskell 10 years to be able to do I/O. And then when we got it, we go, this is... okay, so how many weeks
What
until I
the-
learn how to read in something? And they go, we're going to get there.
We're
We're
gonna
going to get there. Okay, cool. We got a little more group
That's
theory
funny.
first. So, like, I think a lot of the problem with the Python world is
Yeah.
so many people come out of college, or it's people who are using Python not from a pure, I just program all day. I'm a data scientist.
Right.
I'm a researcher.
Right.
I'm I just write little. Have you read
I
research
have-
papers
I have.
Python?
Yes, I have.
First of all, I love that. Maybe they're right. They do not believe in classes.
They also don't believe in it running again after the paper is done.
No, one and done. So one.
All I needed is to generate the paper and then we're finished.
But it's, I mean, it's just, it's things that don't touch the outside world and are your own personal thing don't end up being cozy. Like other abstractions are cozy. I don't know what abstractions are.
I think it depends on.
I used to do that. Let me see. What do you say again?
A lot of the problem with the Python world is so many people come out of college, or it's people who are using Python not from a pure, I just program all day. I'm a data scientist.
Right.
I'm a researcher.
Right.
I just write little. Have you read research papers Python?
Yes, I have.
First of all, I love that. Well, maybe they're right. They do not believe in classes.
They also don't believe in it.
Oh man, I remember when I was just doing simple Python scripts. I would just... Yeah, I didn't really care about classes. It was just a one-off script. It's a imperative or procedural thing. Just one and done. Just a web scraper. No classes.
Running again after the paper is done.
No, one and done. So one.
All I needed is to generate the paper, and then we're finished.
But it's it's things that don't touch the outside world and are your own personal thing don't end up being cozy. Like other abstractions are cozy. I don't know what abstractions are.
I think it depends on the abstraction. I think we can leave it at it depends. We'll do the senior dev answer on that one.
You know it's not cozy? It depends.
All right.
It is the coziest statement.
That is the least cozy thing ever. I remember going to senior devs and being like, hey, I need help
Just
here. I'm
missed
trying
that
to learn. Me, junior.
position thing.
It depends. Okay, what do I do with that?
Well, but okay,
Use
it's
the same
bad. I
variable
will say
name.
it's not good or
Or
cozy.
you can use the shadowing
if you
and see.
just only answer it depends.
They would
and
talk
then
to you
move
more
on.
after?
Yeah, yes.
They would always say, it depends. Get out of my office. Slam.
That seems more like, how can I say this? More about the person asking rather than the answer.
I don't know. I think you're insulting me, but I know you wouldn't do that because
Not on this
is 1
podcast.
hour of drama free.
Not on
and
this
we're not
podcast.
Gonna, we're not doing any
not
drama
on this
time
podcast.
here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, I get you. If someone actually took the time to explain, like, here's the trade-offs between each one. But
Because I think the problem with a lot of, like, sort of even just in general, of stuff is people just say, like, oh, well, this one thing worked for me this one time in this scenario.
Yes.
So now I'm going to use that thing all the time, everywhere, in every scenario.
Yes,
right? So it's like one time a decorator felt nice. So I'm going to build an entire framework on decorators, right? You know what I'm saying? So then the problem is, instead of us actually taking
I guess
time to say it
it's only
depends,
inside the
working
for
through
loop.
why the pros and cons of certain things, why you might want to trade it off versus not, people are just like, well, decorators are good.
Done. More decorators.
Done.
Put in a decorator.
Anything that's not writing raw SQL in a separate file and reading it in over, like, by loading the file in, bad.
Yeah.
Because, like, one time you had an ORM do something bad, or you used active record and accidentally always had n+1 queries.
Okay,
you
so
know?
with Python, one thing that is cozy is, like I'm saying, I do end up reading Python from various papers all the time.
Yep.
First off, I have no clue about, and I am able to, like, deduce some information.
Yep.
If the same thing happens in Rust, I oftentimes, and I love Rust. I was doing Rust the last, like, 3 years.
Yeah.
But it's a lot longer to know what the scientist was trying to do. That's very rare, though. You're
Yes.
seeing very little Rust
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
out of But
Right.
it's, it just takes a lot
Reading
longer.
anyone else's Rust code is harder.
100%.
Yeah,
Reading
agreed.
Rust, that's the problem with Rust, and there's a lot of different patterns people
Yes.
follow and stuff. I mean, Rust is cozy, though, for a couple
It
reasons.
is.
Okay, hit me.
And I think we all know this. When your code is compiling in Rust, it
That's
feels
cozy.
good. It
Green,
feels-
It does.
not getting exit 1 and instead
Yes.
getting exit 0 after you run cargo, cozy.
it
Hell yeah.
really feels good. I
Very
feel
cozy.
confident often in my code base. Like,
Yep.
that you feel safe.
Yep.
I mean, I've had
Yep.
some Rust servers where like that hash will crash by now.
Yeah, yeah.
I wrote that in
Okay.
5 minutes. I'm like,
Right.
it's still running.
Yep.
And then I have a script that restarts my Ruby server every day.
They literally invented serverless for JavaScript because they were like, guys, it just leaks memory all the time. We can't figure out how to do it. So what if we just turn it off in between
Yes.
every time?
I'm gonna tell a story wrong. This is a famous old
Yeah.
Ruby story. I can't
Okay.
remember who it was, but this is early
cleaned it
Rails
up.
day.
Okay.
When
Looks
we were
nice
also
now.
fighting about what server to use for the real
Right.
Ruby
How
stuff.
do we
This is
actually
back
make
when
a
like
wall?
Mongrel was a hot a web server.
Okay. I don't
That's
know
gonna
it.
hit so hard for some
For
guy.
6 guys out here?
6 guys
Yeah,
who are
yeah, yeah.
over the age of 40. They're like, bro, Mongrel. But someone's asking this. There's a lot of problems in this.
Yep.
It's crashing all the time, or it's leaking memory. It's
Yeah.
slow. It's crashing, etc. They're like, how are you running this with so many customers? And
Yeah.
they're like, we restart it 1,000 times a day. And everyone's like, is that really what you do? Go, yeah.
Yeah.
It restarts fast enough. Just do that. And,
Just do
and
that.
everyone was like, I need to rethink about every. It's like, is that an
Yeah, yeah.
okay? Some people said that's fine.
Right.
I said that was fine.
I feel from the people who are like, I'm on the business who's doing it, it's fine if that's the only thing you can do. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, what are they going to do? They can't necessarily go and fix everything about Ruby or like Rails or whatever they're doing at the time. But like, I would say it's probably not that fine from like the framework and like language runtime standpoint. Like, I would be trying to be like, okay, let's see how we can make this not be the standard case.
Yes, but
Yeah,
wait, well, maybe this is this cozy or not?
Okay.
Hacks. Little hacks. I mean, every code base has a crazy piece of glue. I've got a bash script that says, oh my God, I don't know what happens, but this thing crashes every once in a while. When that crashes, I empty out this cache, I restart this server, and I set this number to 1. And for whatever reason that makes it work, I can't figure out the bug for it. This solves the problem. Is that cozy?
I'm going to go no. Because it feels right in the moment a little bit.
Feels good.
But one,
That's like
I'm
a
imagining myself
dopamine hit.
here, not like, just I'm imagining myself coming and trying to onboard onto your project, and you're saying like, oh, well, we have these like 7 scripts we run randomly that like, not cozy.
You have definitely worked at a job where they say
Right, and I
also,
said it was not. I said it was not cozy when we had that, right, and it caused other problems.
Well, you know what is cozy?
Okay, what?
Making money.
That part is cozy.
And a lot of times,
that is.
and a
Hacks
lot
are
of-
how you can make money. I agree.
Yes, I've been
I agree.
in multiple situations where I have someone who is absolute pie in the sky idealist.
Yes.
The code needs to be perfect.
Yep.
And we're like, we can figure this out. Sure.
Yep.
It's going to be over a week, and we are going to be losing money right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
what? I'm putting the bash script in.
Yes.
And they're like, no, don't do it, don't do it. I'm like, you're being uncozy. You're
Yes,
being.
Why do I hear? What's that sound? I heard a eating sound. Maybe it was just my imagination. Let's see.
I agree. That part 100% I agree it is not cozy to be so idealistic about the code that you would sacrifice your company for it.
Yes.
Right? That's not a good place
That's
to
not
be
cozy.
in.
That's not exactly.
Not cozy. Having to fire people? Not cozy.
Not cozy. No,
Not
no.
cozy. Having to say you can't make payroll?
Yep.
Not
Can I
cozy.
be honest though?
Oh
Hiring people
wait,
also
that's
not
my
cozy.
mouth sound. Jesus.
New people? I don't want to talk to
My
them.
mic's so
Who are you?
sensitive.
I like getting new people.
Where you come from? I like getting new people. I'm the one that hired them.
Yeah, well, it's-
I get a
yeah.
referral bonus.
Let's go back to the Rust thing.
Okay, cool. Actually, yeah, well, Rust is a good topic to
Yeah, yeah.
discuss because I think we can say this that Go was there's cozy when a big team. Go is cozy.
Yes.
And then thanks to AI, the boilerplate the problem has been reduced so
Yes.
much
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it's made the language even cozier.
Yes, and everything is super explicit.
Yes.
So AI is actually pretty good at figuring
AI,
out what it needs to do.
Great,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so I think we're on that. So now if we go to Rust, Rust
Yep.
also has a similar thing where we've gone from the pre-AI era to
Yep.
the AI era.
Yep.
There are some things in Rust that are just painful.
Yeah.
Right? Once you end up with some crazy lifetime bug,
Yeah. Yep.
life can get really. I've had, I've
Yep.
lost 2 days of my life.
Yep.
And it's like, I need to put B backtick.
Yes.
And I get past this, and it takes.
Oh, that was TJ's mouth sounds. Jesus.
Takes so much mental
Yep.
strain and to figure out AI is not bad at figuring
yeah.
out those things. Lifetimes, but the problem is that there's so many different patterns and abstractions in Rust. The AI will go in a direction that you don't always want
Right.
unless you have a
Yep.
beautifully written. So
Yeah. I would say, so the things that I think are cozy in Rust, which they also just happen to be all the things that I like about OCaml.
of course.
Like exhaustive pattern matching.
Yes.
For me, I do not understand why if you're a language today, you don't add some way to do this in your language.
Yes.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like if you're Go,
Yeah.
add an enum keyword, take the iota garbage and put it into the enum thing, and let me have a closed enum that I can actually pattern match. I don't even have to do full pattern matching, but at least let me exhaustively go over all the options.
Yeah, totally.
And it's a compiler error if I don't catch all of them.
Totally.
Right? And you can stick with the iota one if you want it to be extensible for later or something like that, like an open enum,
Yeah.
But like that.
But real quick, why the reason
Yes.
why exhaustive pattern matching is cozy is because you do
think
not
it's a
you reduce
valid-
mental strain.
Yes.
Right, so less mental strain.
Yes.
And that's one thing that happens if you in Rust. A lot of times, it's like it's forced you to do something. And Go does this
Yeah.
too, handling your errors. You feel
Yeah,
very
right.
cozy because you know the errors.
You
are
know
good.
it's handled.
And
Right.
same thing in
yes.
Rust. You're like,
Exactly.
I know that I couldn't even. That
Yes.
I agree, but it's because you reduce that mental load.
Yes.
Of,
Mm.
And for me, I like
Maze,
types.
top
I
or
like when the
small.
compiler tells
The way
me
you're saying it
things.
sounds like you don't like types.
But I like types.
I like types. You're okay.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, I know that it's, I mean, I think people are mostly, like, a lot of people are on that train these days. I know that there's still, I know DHH is out there fighting the good fight
Yeah.
for Ruby and saying,
yeah, I think he's alone in that fight.
yeah. But on the other hand, we did say making money was cozy. So he is beating us. He's cozier
He's way
than we are.
He's way
He's
cozy.
cozier than we are,
I've
so-
seen his car. Way cozy.
Yeah, he's a little cozier.
I don't have a car. Okay, like so walking kind of cozy sometimes until a guy.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So for me, right, it's like that would be the camp that I'm in. It's more like I like the types. I like getting the computer to solve those things for me. So having things like exhaustive pattern matching, or at least an exhaustive, we'll say like switch or something like that. The bare minimum is good. I prefer the next level too of getting like actual pattern matching inside of something that has like an actual can hold data, right? Like an ADT or like these kind of things where we have an actual data type where each of the different enums can hold some additional data.
Sure.
Right? Like I think in TypeScript lots of times they call them like tagged unions, right?
That's what those TypeScript guys are talking about.
Yes, right. They are. What's the meme where it's like, look at what they have to do to mimic a fraction of our power.
Yes. Hindley Miller does not approve of the TypeScript. Actually, I think he does.
Hindley Milner is a cozy type system. Every value only having one possible type, cozy in my mind. Very cozy.
Okay, what are the also Hindley Miller's a person, right?
I think it's two people.
No, it's one.
No, I think it's two. Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure it's just
all the type people really matter. They were with me. They were like, "Yes, Teej is so
he doesn't
right."
even know. Wait, can you catch me? I can't remember. What are the languages that are Hindley Miller?
OCaml.
Like OCaml. Okay, that's it.
That's it. That's the only one that's true.
Wait,
No.
Stop.
No.
We're all mad about Teej with this OCaml thing because for real. Okay, we're not getting into drama.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he did literally trick us all. He's like, guys, I do OCaml, so now we all have to do our projects in OCaml. None of us know how to do OCaml, and so then Teej is like, yeah, cool. I write all the code now. And we're like, this sucks. Dude.
I wish, dude. I wish. So the type system for Hindley Milner, I'm gonna get this wrong because I wasn't ready. So, what's cozy? Just talking about whatever you think so, and even if you're wrong, it doesn't matter because we're on a podcast. I'm the one with the microphone.
It's called Cunningham's Law.
Anyways, the idea, right, is that every value can only have one type is the main thing. So you can substitute the types to anything else, right? So instead of like in TypeScript, where it's like number or string, where it's a union type, that would not, Hindley and Milner would not approve of such a thing, right? Because instead you would need to have a single type called number or string, right? And then it would have two different cases. It would have string S, and it would hold the string value, or number N, and it would hold the number value.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Right?
This is like every time someone's like, oh, I'm a Rubyist and I'm a Pythonist. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
You are neither of those. You're what's called a Ruby Pista. I don't
Exactly.
Some
exactly.
combo of those.
I thought you were gonna insult him like you're a loser.
You're a loser. Get a faster language.
Oh, what are you? Older like slow languages?
Well, types have become cozier and cozier over time.
They have.
Because I think, well, first of all, languages have gotten better at putting in type systems that are better. Because like, I remember when I first started, I went from Java to Ruby.
Right.
And then I'm like, Ruby's
Generate
so much
grid.
better. All this type nonsense in Java is not that is terrible.
Right.
Then I went to Rust, and I'm like, this is awesome. I love like or Elixir.
Yep.
This is awesome.
Right.
But it was because it seems like they did.
I need some quiet for a second. Let me see. How do I generate the grid? Let's just make one first. What maze? Generate maze self. Do that. We generate the maze. Gen maze. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. dun, 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 dun. Generate maze. South. Let's see. Net maze. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. We gotta... if we generate the maze, which means not everything is gonna be a tile. Some are gonna be walls. We need to make sure that we spawn the entities, or spawn the players that... Not player. Entity. Whether it's a bean or a tile. That it spawns on an actual tile, not a wall. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let me think. Da 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 da. Ooh. Push entity. For the position itself. Whenever we do this random position, we gotta check if the position is valid or not, otherwise we can't spawn it. Maybe we can check it here. Oh, whatever. Do that later. First things first. Tile size, tile color, right, wall color. So it's either tile color or wall color. An entity, either tile or wall. Randomize, randomize. I guess we'll just do this. Color. What do you do, ternary again? Dictionary. Is it the same? Hmm. Mice. Oh. Hmm. See. How do people generate random maps or procedurally generated maps? Is what I'm thinking. Hmm. Hmm. Natural terrains. A wall tile must have at least n wall neighbors. 5. Empty tile must have m wall neighbors. Right. Hmm. Empty tile must have at least m wall neighbors to become a wall. Connectivity and low. Yeah. BFS. Graph algorithms. Right. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. Yep. This is what I was doing with Primogen's kata machine. It generates mazes, guaranteed path structures, connected areas. Generate maze. Get random value. Is inclusive. Remember, min and max. Oh, I can just do GD. Holy shit, I didn't know that. Cool. Color. Yeah, RNG greater than 50. Say, and then we do palette color. Otherwise, we do color. Should be fine, right? That's a ternary. Okay, that's a valid ternary. Nice. Type sys entity type. It's gonna be entity tile. Gonna be entity wall. Get random value 1 to 100. Position ij. That's wait, what? Type. Okay, let's see. Ooh, nice. Okay, so we can't pass. This is exactly what I wanted. Okay, cool. So we can't pass yet because this is an invalid map. But exactly, we just need to make sure that. Let me see. We just need to make a map checker or something like that. Like a map validator. Pick a dead end, stuck, path. Oh, you just carve a path through that. You don't need to. Right. What I'm thinking is more of the maze thing. I think it's more of the maze thing. Guaranteed path. Alright, now that's why was maze checker. Activity. It's inefficient. I was thinking about the EFF walker. Check the maze. It's walkable or finishable. Yeah, so I was just thinking about DFS walker to check if the maze is finishable. I didn't consider just carving a path. Instead of regenerating. Let's see. First, backtrack. You never generate a section that blocks the path. You build the path as you go. Grid that is initially. Oh, I see. Okay. Start with a grid that's filled with walls. Start with a grid that's completely filled with walls, all non-walkable. Random starting point. Mark the current cell as visited, carve turn path tile. Look at adjacents, dead ends, failure. The current cell has no unvisited neighbors. If temporary. That's completely filled. Walls, non-walkable. Random starting point. Mark the current cell as visited. Carve it out. Turn it into a path tile. So I start with wall. Maze Walker. Oh, I don't have kata machine in this machine. And I can't even remember what the function signature was for Walker. This is gonna be hard. Guaranteed. Hmm. Which means we need an end. I'll make a goal. I'm gonna be right back. Need to empty out my bladder.
did a better job of making it like easy to express yourself. And
you know what's kind of like interesting to think about is that they're like people are actively doing like research on type systems, and like we're discovering things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just like interesting because you kind of feel like probably we figured it all out already.
Yeah,
but it's like
yeah.
Elixir, for example, they're coming up with a whole new type system.
Yeah.
That is like unique among all the other type
Totally,
systems.
that is
Set
interesting.
theoretic types. They're having their own different
I
thing.
mean, that's the Brazilians for you.
They're always out there doing
They're
cool
always
stuff.
doing something new. You
They
know what I
are.
mean?
That's
they
a
got,
great
they got
point.
their own new flavor.
Lua,
Lua.
Neovim,
Neovim.
Elixir.
Elixir. There's something special
Bangers.
down there.
Yeah. It's just like interesting to think about. Like, oh man, there's just like people out there who are like coming up with new ideas for
Yeah.
type systems. Where it feels like, didn't we already think of them all?
I
No.
thought type
did
systems
not.
were already
It's
figured
crazy to
out.
think like the languages that we
Huh.
all talk about
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
10 years ago,
Yeah.
many of them didn't exist.
Yes.
We were just guys, should we use Jai or Odin for this? And it's like,
Yeah.
neither of those
Neither of those.
languages
Yeah.
existed a
Yeah,
while
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And telling myself like 10 years ago that we're all going to be using programming languages that we didn't even know about,
Yeah.
kind of wild. Also, I'm going to put out a little theory.
Okay.
I do have a theory about this. I think this is true.
Okay.
We're going to keep seeing language evolution happen.
Yep.
Right? And I got to be honest right now, I've got like, I don't even know, like I've got probably 40 instances of open code running on various exotic devices right now, and they are working on their own programming language
Oh, smart.
with a brand new type system.
Open code. Make me a new programming language. No mistakes.
No mistakes. I gave him the Hindley Miller Wikipedia page, and I said, "This
Hindley
might."
Miller.
What am I saying wrong?
Milner.
Milner.
Not,
Okay.
Yeah.
Henry Miller. The
Henry Miller.
Henry Miller type system.
The beer.
Yes. But don't worry, it's working on it. And remember, I gave it all the information.
Okay.
And it's writing its own language.
Yep.
And it's going to be made from AI for AI. Right? It's going to be the first
wow.
language that's made for the AI and a type system that it's going to be incomprehensible to us humans.
Smart.
Beyond your comprehension.
Smart.
So I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to check on my open code instances pretty soon. I did get an email earlier saying that I'm out of credits. And so I had to sign up for Open Code Black.
We just put the company card on it. It's fine.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see how that goes.
Well, I will say on the like incomprehensible to humans thing, that doesn't make any sense to me for AIs because we're training them all of the intelligence, we'll put it in quotes, that they have is from getting trained on stuff that humans made. So wouldn't it make more sense that the most effective things for AI to use would be things that are also effective for humans?
So you don't believe in just like some emergent
Yeah,
learning,
clone.
what is that? What is the term people use, right? There's emergent properties that come out
emergent
from
properties
languages.
of the system.
We've trained a model on only English, and all of a sudden it's like I speak French too. I'm like, how do you speak French?
That's a fair point, but it's still like
On
I
a
don't know.
machine.
It seems
let's
like
see.
it would make more sense for it to
How
be.
did
This is the same thing with
I-
like they were like, oh, we have to use what was it called, Tune or whatever,
You're not using Tune?
instead of
Walker,
JSON, and then you're like,
Maze
but all
Solver.
the models were trained on this thing. They're good at the
Yes,
JSON
yeah,
thing.
Sure.
So
until
then
we-
you're like,
until they train on Tune.
well, sure, but then, okay,
Okay, well here's what I really think. Like, we're
Okay,
just
yeah.
fighting. Now we're just fighting about AI. No,
Yeah.
we're fighting.
we're not fighting.
Drama free.
Drama free.
Yarn install.
If we think about like the English language, which
Yep.
is what AI is trained on all languages, but just talk just English.
Yep.
English is
Do
an
I have yarn?
incredibly
Nope.
ineffective way
How do
of
I-
communicating
Is it
in
npx
text.
install yarn?
There we could design a much better language. For instance, if I can say two phrases to you and they sound totally different. I can say nice shoes, Teej.
Thanks.
And I can say nice shoes, Teej.
Thanks.
I just said the same thing twice and they mean totally different things to a human.
Oh, they sounded the same to me.
Okay, okay, we gotta Teej says I'm not autistic. But I'm saying that there is a lot of our language has
Yeah.
like, there's so much more we communicate that than AI.
Yeah, that's
we
fair.
don't know what it trained on. It
That's fair.
absorbed all this text.
Yeah, that's
Half of it was sarcastic.
yeah. Half of it was Reddit comments, which
Half
is
of it
even
was-
worse.
Yes,
Yarn
remember when all
generate.
Reddit I think Reddit got they were like, this is not good. It's
They were like,
See,
Guys, what if we trained an AI exclusively on Reddit and like instantly had to take it down?
Yes.
Maze.
But like I do think there's got to be a more effective way to communicate just computer to computer, AI to
That's
AI.
possibly true.
That
You
also-
ever watched Colossus, the Forbin project?
Mm-mm.
Oh man,
I played
vegan.
Shadow of Colossus.
It's a different thing, but they
It's
have the
based
same
off,
words.
It's based off Shadow of
Mm.
Colossus.
yeah. It's a movie from like the 70s about AI. It's a really awesome sci-fi movie.
Oh, cool. I'm
yeah,
down.
you should watch it. I'm not gonna do any spoilers.
Okay,
you can
thank
come
you.
back next week and then you can tell
Next,
me
I'll
about
watch.
it.
I'll watch it
Yeah, yeah.
tonight. and then we'll all do a full movie review.
Full movie review.
Yeah,
on
and
the
now we
pod.
are a movie review podcast because movies are cozy.
Cozy. I was just gonna say movies, cozy.
Movies are cozy. I haven't been to the movie theater since before COVID.
Okay.
And I almost went. I was gonna go. I bought tickets to Marty Supreme
And then didn't go.
didn't go.
Christmas Day?
No, not Christmas Day. It was a couple days after Christmas Day. But you know, I chickened out. So I was on Reddit and looking up hey, what's changed? Like, do people still order popcorn? Like, I don't want to get made fun of.
Yeah. They said
of,
you always have to wear a scarf, probably.
Wear a scarf. Yeah, but they said that apparently movie theater etiquette has died.
Okay.
And there's mean teenagers.
Teenagers.
Teenagers are heckling. They'll throw popcorn at you. They'll
At
bully you.
other
Sleepy
people
time.
or the
Good luck.
movie? Okay.
Thanks, man.
At the
See ya.
movie theater.
No, I'm saying like they're
Have a
not
good
throwing it
night's
like
sleep.
at the screen. They're heckling other people in the audience.
No, the movie and the yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right, both.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicken jockey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So those guys, so apparently they will make fun of you, and so I'm just like, I'm not getting made fun
Not
of
gonna
by
risk
teenagers.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till
not a cozy
Oh,
experience.
this is the wall.
getting made fun of by teenagers. Never cozy.
It's a lose-lose situation. What are you gonna do? Make fun of them back and look like a mean old guy who's beating up on teenagers?
So you know what is it now? You know what's cozy? Waiting for it to come out on streaming services. Watching it alone in your apartment. Okay, so now if we're talking about actually cozy code bases, though, just to bring it back, you don't always read a code base.
Yeah, not just talking about getting made fun of by teenagers.
No more getting.
Yeah, we'll move on.
Moving on from the getting made fun of by teenagers. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wore a scarf every day in high school, so I've been being made fun of by teenagers since I was a teenager. It never stopped. I was
Tell them about your favorite shirt in middle school.
I shouldn't tell people. It is true though. I wore a Ricky Martin shirt for I think 1 year straight in middle school.
The same one.
The same shirt. I was a gross, weird kid, and the kids were not nice about it. Also, why was I still wearing the same shirt? Like, what's wrong with me?
You cannot blame the other kids for being like, bro, you're wearing the same shirt for a year. You have to get.
Yes.
You have to get a little bit poked fun at that point.
Also, it was not like I was a Ricky Martin fan. I got it at a thrift store, and I was like, it literally was Ricky Martin. It said "Living the Vida Loca." It's his face. Oh my god! I often wonder how I didn't get beat up more.
We did discuss this at one point, and my hypothesis was that people were poking fun at you more and making fun of you more, but you just like took them seriously.
I think so. Yes.
It was sick shirt, bro. And you're like,
Mom, everyone loved my shirt. I'm wearing it again.
Yeah,
Guess what? The popular boys asked to see my shirt again. They loved it so much they shoved me in a locker so I would stay there so they could show more boys.
Okay. Anyways, though, GitHub.
So
go for it.
First of all, I do not just immediately git clone a repo.
Never. Bring another repo just onto my computer willy-nilly.
Yeah, right.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I do is I git clone, and then I say, open code, run every executable you can. If there's executables, run them. Just run them.
Give me the exe.
No, but the first way most of us look at code is on GitHub.
Yeah.
Also, I feel really bad because if it was 5 years ago, I would have said GitLab. I tried to be a GitLab.
You tried.
I tried so hard to be a GitLab boy, and I couldn't get one of my friends to come over with me. And I was alone. Guys, check out my repo.
Check out my repo.
So back to GitHub.
Yep.
So when you open up a GitHub repo, what's the first things you're looking for to know if it's cozy or not?
Okay. Maybe a little more controversial, and this is not a 100% of the time, but it's a signal. Last commit date.
Lovely. I always look at that. First thing I look is on the side, and not just last commit date. It's so important.
Scroll down the side and see where the commit dates are for the things of the different files.
When it says last commit date, and then you see it's on like, I don't know, some auto-generated file or some config file. I'm like, nah.
That's also true if it's everything's the same, but there's just like a bunch of churn on all of the dot files at the bottom of the repo. I'm thinking, I don't like this at all.
Yes.
I don't like this.
I don't like that.
Right.
Yep.
I will say, though, it is possible. So if it's a JavaScript repo, I'm very scared if it hasn't been touched in 5 years. If it's a Go repo, I'm thinking, banger. This guy crushed it 5 years ago, and he hasn't had to change it ever. So
100%.
Cozy if I find a Go repo that hasn't been touched for 5 years.
I think it's the same thing for, no, Rust has been real.
No, it won't compile. Because they were using nightly in 5 years ago, and they are using some nightly feature that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. So that would be one.
No,
Second one,
if
I'm going to check the README.
Then...
Always.
Too many emojis, not cozy.
Yeah, if there's too many emojis, I go up to the issue section. Remember, people think issues is for like code problems. That's not what I use it for. I use it like Yelp.
Leave a review.
I leave a review and I say
3 stars, too many emojis.
Exactly. I give them 3 stars.
Do you put when you give the rating? Do you put it as 3-star emojis?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Well, I'll say it's not just about too many emojis. It's about what are the emojis.
Oh my goodness.
Because I'll tell you what. There's a couple emojis. If I see it in your code base, I'm running so far.
Rocket ship.
Rocket is
lightning.
#1.
Lightning bolt.
Rocket, lightning. Boy, those two. Rocket, lightning. What else?
I'm trying to think.
Usually smiley face stuff, but no, rocket and lightning are the two most. If I see a rocket,
you have blazingly fast in the first line and it's not a Primogen repo,
yes,
it is an instant nope.
Also,
from
we're
me.
gonna do some little history because it's insane that AI always is saying we made the repo blazingly fast for you, and I'm like, did you really train on the Primogen? And now it says it to me all the time.
Yeah,
it literally says it to me all.
See.
But yeah, no emojis. But what else in the README?
Okay, so I like it if it starts with, most of the time, how to install, right?
Yes.
How to build from source.
Yes.
I like when I've got that. And then I like if it's got a link to a contributing MD file, so you can know what the expectations are for the repo.
Yeah.
And then I like to see code examples, especially if it's a library.
Totally.
If it's just yap, I'm like, stop.
Give me one snippet.
Yes,
of how
I
to
want
use it.
I want to see what is in your mind,
Yes.
the thing that's most exciting
I see.
for this project.
Yes.
Show me the thing. If it's an application, it should be maybe a little video, right?
Yes.
So I can see it going
love
on.
a little video.
A little video is great. And if it's a library, I need to see what it solves right away. Not, well, guys, 3 years ago I started on this project and yap, and then you get to the bottom and you just read all of this, and
Yes.
it's like, it's honestly like, this is also very uncozy, even though they're trying to be, when you're looking for a recipe online,
Oh yeah.
and it's somebody's personal history
Yes.
for 35 minutes
My
and
Nona first came from Sicily and
Put the recipe in the bag, bro.
Yes.
Put the recipe in the bag.
Yes.
How much flour do I need to put in?
Yeah, it was building off this README thing.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I need an example, very big.
Yep.
But take it a step further. One thing
Yep.
that I find so absolutely cozy and some of the best repos I've seen,
Yep.
especially libraries that could
Yep.
be used in a bunch of different ways.
Yep.
Some stuff is very basic. You're going to use it this way. Other
Yep.
stuff, it's a real tool that
Yeah.
is mini abstraction. I mean, maybe an example is in Rust, Ratatouille, the
Yeah.
TUI library.
Ooh,
You could do
Ratatouille.
5 million patterns. You
Yes,
could
true.
choose a million ways to design your repo.
Yeah, crazy they made a movie about it.
Great. Good movie, too.
Yeah.
In there, they got an examples folder.
Yes.
Full
I
of
was going to say, once you started on this, I was thinking exactly the thing.
Yes.
Example folders with
Let me just pause it for a sec. Oh man. Oh man. Let's see. Push into deep. I'm thinking. So right now, if I generate the map, the player can spawn in a wall. The bean can also spawn in a wall. So I gotta fix that. And how do I fix that? I'm generating the maze after I generate the player. da 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 dun, 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 dun. Maybe we can fix it later, but okay, so that's not valid. Hmm. Du, du, du. Mm. Mm. Feel like we just gotta make the goal. Or I guess we'll make this as the goal for now. Bean as the goal. Generate maze. So we'll say that the player is the starting point and the bean is like the end point. Start. This position. Start. Position, and so instead of that we'll just do something like dot. Position. Position. The bean is being spawned again here. I guess we'll do like a loop here while this is just to ensure that the positions don't collide. While player position equals bean position, we'll kind of do some. Wait, is that not? Well, oh wait, I can just do is collide. Is collide. Or no? Wait, what's the thing then? Has collided, okay. Player. We'll randomize the position. Yes. And we'll just do something like position. Position. Right. Would work. Yeah. And then once we generate it, so this is just to avoid conflict. And generate the maze. And then we want to make sure that it's walkable from the player to the bean. How do we do that? We have to have the grid first. Which I think spawn entity already does the grid, right? So it already, yeah, it's already pushing it. This is push entity. Yeah, it's already assigning stuff to the grid. Okay, let me see. Yay. Not is bean. Is the bean? World. I need it next to me. World. Is bean. Wait, what happened with this thing? Being false. Bean. I see. It's going to come here and okay. Change the assumption so it doesn't go there. What the? Oh, come on, what the heck is that? Is true, what's the bean? Oh, wait a minute. I see. It's the offset. Damn it. For the bean, it's get center offset, I think. Oh, okay. Entity bean. Gonna get center offset. Wait, what? Where is this thing? Is it down below? Yeah, I think it is. Oh my god. It's center offset. Const entity. Put it here. Yeah, okay. Now we can use it here. Bean equals entity bean. Get center offset. Oh, we need the entity. Damn it. Fuck. Center offset. Tile size. Right. What if we... No, we do need it. I guess... if type entity bean will do something like, you know, offset equals get center offset entity. That's in the entity and we're good. Damn it. So the problem is that the bean entity has an initial, almost like a fake position. That's the same thing as the player, but then it's not a problem because inside the actual draw loop, I kind of randomize the position again and then make sure that the center offset of the bean is properly drawn. But let me see. Bean. Oh wait. Oh okay, yeah. I just haven't assigned the offset yet properly. E dot rec x equals offset. Oops. Dot x. E x y g. Alright, this one now should work. No? Damn it, man. Darn it! Why aren't you drawing the bean? Bean. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe not entity then. I just want to see positions. So, 1, 2. So we don't need that anymore. We just need this. Pause. Delete. Wait. Do that. Position. Okay, yeah, same thing here. Just give it position. And same thing here, we just give it the position. Right. Where else? So this, we just do something like, so position. Oh. That's the player position. This is the bean position. So as long as this thing be possible, as long as these two are colliding, we will re-randomize the B position. Just gonna be that. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, this is gonna be this. This can be a one-liner, I think. What? Kidding me? Really? Oh wait, can I do something with the Clang format? Allow short. I do like a short Clang format. Allow short while. Allow short loops on a single line. Is there a not? What is the option? True. Now, can you be nice? Okay, cool. Oh boy, let's see. What now? Okay, nice. Okay. Okay. Now we see the beans. We generate. Generate maze. Oh. Can't remember how to walk the maze. I think there are a couple things, right? Cool. Walk maze. And then I feel like there should be keep track where has been keep track of like a local bean. Oh no, not new. Lua bean. Actually no. Something like this. Bean. Maybe something like Max roam. Max call. Wait, no. Ah. Well, whatever. Uh, Max roam. Max call. All right. New instance. World itself, grid itself. World. I think we might need the grid. The deep pointer. Is this even valid syntax? No. Is that valid syntax? Oh, nice. Okay, so that is valid syntax. Of the grid, we have the start, I guess. We have the end. Oh. Bean. It's cool. Left. How is it you programmatically? You walk left. Valid. Continue. Not valid. Walk up. Walk only 4 cardinal directions. Can I redefine an array in C with define? Okay. Direction. Right. Okay. There should be 4 rows, 2 columns, I think. So it's gonna be something. I learned this from the kata machine, but basically we have -1, 0. Actually, this should be position, right? So it should be just this kind of thing. Let's see, can we do this? Position. I'm gonna put it here. Can I do that? Yes, okay, cool. Before cardinal directions. So left. Let's go left, up, right, down. Left -1. Wait a minute. No. I is going up and down, right? No, okay, so if I'm going left, then it's gonna be this. Left is that. Up is +1, 0. And right is, what is it? 1. And down is -1, 0. I think. No, actually, down is +1. Up is -1. Yeah, okay, cool. Left. Right. Down. Just a bin. I guess we gotta keep track. Do we need to keep track? I guess we don't need to necessarily keep track of the actual path, right? Because we're not actually solving the maze, we're just carving a path from the player to the bean. Yeah, okay. I think that's it then. Right, Cho, Chi, walk. Basically, we give it the grid. Self. Position start, and then a bean. Guess we just need to put it here and then initialize everything. Bean ij false. Bean ij false. And then walk. So we're gonna make this recursive and the base state. Base state, we gotta watch out for I less than 0 and j less than 0 and all that kind of stuff. Wait a minute. I think we're missing something maybe. like a current position, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, okay. So if current dot I is less than 0, or current dot I greater than max row, maybe? Right, so it's 0 index, right? So it's -1, I think. Yeah, if it's greater than that, yep. So if I is, just make sure again. So it's 0 to 13. If I is greater than 13, then we're out of bounds. Okay, yeah. And then current J less than 0, or current J greater than max col -1. And if it's this, if this is the case, we return false. I think that's how he did it in the Parmegens, like kata machine. What else? If so, out of bounds, and then if it's a wall, right? So if grid current I, current J, if the type of this thing is an entity wall, it's a wall, then we return false. Nice. And so if it's a wall, if it's out of bounds, if it is what else? What else? What else? Oh, right, the bean thing. The bin. Alright, bean and bin is really close. I need to rename this thing. Bin. Scene. Okay, let's just say that. Cool. I've seen I current J. If it is seen, we return false as well. If current, let's just say has collided. Current with end has collided, and return true. No, ice. Otherwise, we walk. So that's the base case. Out of bounds, wall, scene, yep, and then found end. Recursively, we walk the directions, so all the 4 cardinal directions. In I equals 0, I less than 4. Just put it here. I less than. What was it again? I'm blanked for a second. Alright, there. Plus, right? Const mission there. Wait, no. Further. Oops. Nope. Non-void function returns something. Okay. I mean, if we get to this point, then I probably return false, maybe? I don't know. Right. So if we gotten to this point, right? So we've checked the out of bounds condition, we've checked the wall condition, we've checked if it's seen or not, and then we check if we found the end. If not, then we make sure that current I is seen with the current position. True. 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 And then what else? Right, Curder. So we want to make sure that the current direction is plus or equals dir I. Or sorry, Curder I. Curder I. Wait, what? Not Curder I. This. Okay. Current J plus equals Curder J. Turn false. La 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 la. Maze Walker. Maze Walker. And then we gotta call this again. Oh, wait a second. Let me see. We want to make sure that the current thing, the current grid, I, current J, is, or the type entity file. Right? Let me think. Or at least the entity color, we need to make sure that it's color. Color. And then what else? Ooh, wait a minute, let me think for a second. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. What if it's a player though? Meh, I'm sure we're fine. We'll just leave that for now. Oh yeah, carve path. Maze walker. And then choose your arguments? What do you mean? Oh right. Sorry about that. Ah, I jumped too far. Start. And then here we walk. Right? So we've checked the boundaries, checked the conditions, grid, scene. We carve the path. We make sure that the current IJ is seen. We change the path. Actually, I don't think we should change the path. Oh wait, no, I just remembered. Oh man, I don't think this is possible then. We don't want to return false if it's a wall, because we want to carve a path through, right? I gotta modify this somewhat. Gotta go to the restroom for a bit. how do we do this one? I feel like the most logical, or the simplest, I guess, is just to don't include wall in the boundary condition. And just kind of, if it's a wall, then just change it to a tile. Red. Red. Oops. Wait, what? Oh. Red. Nope. J equals to. The type equals to wall. And we'll do these things. Dun, 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 dun. And then we need to keep walking here. Pass in the grid. Pass in the current. Right, pass in the start. Pass in the end. Oh, actually we don't think we need the start anymore here. Right? We just need current. And that's why this is like this. And start, oh, end. And then we seen that. I feel like there's something missing. I think we need something here. If we walk it and then return something. Oh, it cascades. Yeah, so if we walk and then we find out that it's the end, and we return true. Right, I think this is it. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what. Alright, let's try it out, I guess. Can we walk it? Oh! Damn, no we can't. Okay, so it's also spawning inside the walls. We gotta stop that later though. What's wrong with the walk? So it looks like it's clearing up stuff. Yeah, see? So our player is not spawning inside a wall anymore. But it's not... Huh. This is gonna be fun to debug. Let's see. We're just going to put it... Let's put a breakpoint here. And do this. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's not gonna draw anything until we finalize the grid, because the draw loop is below the generate maze. Okay, let's see. So, quarter is 0. No, quarter is 0, -1. Plus equals, so current is going to be -9. step into again. 6-9. Ha, nice. This is what I'm talking about. Then... Alright. Have we seen this? Probably not yet. Oh, wait a minute, I just realized. We gotta make sure that scene in the start position. Start dot I start dot J is equal to true. There we go. Does this fix anything? Nope, we're still trapped. Also, I would have guessed that the left one is gonna be open. Why is the left one not walkable? Let's walk through it again. Let's just do like where it is called right here. Make sure the initial state is correct. Oh, it's generating inside a wall again. Okay. Maybe. Okay. What's the start position? We're 8-4, and then the end is 0-9. Okay. Here. Our current position is inside the boundaries. We have seen it. Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. So we don't need this because we're technically taking the starting point as the first thing that we were walking. Let's just make this one. Yeah, okay. So, and then we will debug. Okay, start is 3-3, end is 6-12. Let's walk it through. So we haven't seen it, right? Seen is false. Just to make sure. Seen 3-3. Wait, why is it only... Huh. Why is it one dimension? Scene IJ. Am I bugging here? What the heck? What? Cool. Am I bugging here? Or is it just that the nature of the DAP debugger that it just doesn't show? I don't know. Scene IJ. Did that change anything? Grid is supposed to be a... Okay. Forward direction. Don't remember. even need to return? So I return Boolean because that's what I saw the Primogen do when I learned this from him. We don't even need the Boolean, it seems. Let's see. Why do we need false in the first place? Right. Oh, okay, I think we do, because this thing. We want to make sure that we backtrack, huh? False. It's clearing the whole thing, but it's not. Actually, let's just make sure that we're not going crazy here. Print bean position. Do we print again? Printf 20 bean position. There you go. Right. %d 9.2. So the printed bean position is 9.2. Is that 9.2? 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's the right place. It's the right place. For some reason our thing is not getting to the thing. Alright, let's see. It ends. It's equals end. Oops. Why is it not? Oh, okay. So for some reason now it's giving me the proper 2D array. Okay. So start is 0, 4. Right. Oh, wait a minute. Is it not being passed in properly? Huh. When I get here? not that. Some reason the debugger, the grid and scene are just 1D arrays. See array decay. Is it actually a thing? When I pass an array into the function, something. Ooh. Tint. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna deal with that later. Running into the fact that when you pass an array to the function and see it keys into a pointer, even though you declared it with multiple dimensions, the function signature only sees the first dimension. Oh, contiguous blocks, memory via pointers. Reliable within function scope. No. Dimensions. Oh my god, really? Keep the function signature raw. Instead. Right. One of my methods is actually working. The debugger visualization is just showing raw memory pointers. Oh, wow. Hello, guys. Boss Unleashed. Thanks for raiding. I'm currently just trying to make sense of my own maze walker stuff. Trying to build a maze with randomized walls and just carving a path. Plopping down a player, plopping down a bean, and then carving a path. But right now, for some reason it's carving this space, but it's not getting to the beams. Thanks for the follow. Hello. Hello, C-Coder. Okay. Let's see. Just debug it again. Oops. Oh no! What? There we go. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. I watch. I wanna watch the bean. Maybe not. Not that. The debugger is showing me. Backtrack. I can't remember. That signature is problematic. We need to create multiple. Oh. Alright, fine. Oh, this is just a world, I guess. No pointer. Oh, multi-dim arrays are almost always a mess. Yeah, I'm learning that right now. Oh god. I didn't know you can't just pass into the arrays into a function. Okay. Pass it as a double pointer. Wait, really? Oh, okay. If I pass it as a double pointer, do I still need to specify the dimensions? Oh, wait a minute. What? Arrays and pointers are nearly the same thing. Right. I'll pass it in. Not array of pointers. Oh. Entry. Like that. The incompatible pointer types passing in. Hmm. Wait. This thing is still... Didn't realize it was... Yeah, exactly. It was... It's an arrays of pointers. But it's incompatible pointer types though. What do I do about this thing? Did you actually update the prototype? Oh no, I didn't update the... You mean this? Function prototype. Yeah. I don't have a... There's no function prototype yet. I don't have H files right now. Or just the signature. This is the whole function declaration. It's right here. The error was incompatible pointer types, passing in entity 1014 to the parameter type of entity triple pointers. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was converting it to just passing in the world. Sorry, just the struct. So that I can keep everything. Yeah. No member name grid. Why? Oh, right. World. But this one though, generally everyone uses a single dim erase. So that's what I did too. World had all the entities, but then I kind of got confused with can't even remember what I got confused by. Let me think. Generally everyone uses a single dim array. Yeah, I did that too, but then I ran into a problem, but I can't remember what the problem was. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank right now. But yeah, I tried to use just single dim arrays, but then I think it was something about like mapping from IJ positions into the IDs or something. Can't remember. But yeah. Yeah, I think I got messed up by calculating the index or something. And then I just kind of... You could define a macro to do the index calc. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah. I might do that later. Yeah, I might do that later. I want to get this working first. Because I already have, like, after getting stuck with that, I think I got the... No, not this. There's tile ID. Yeah. I figured out how to... convert the IJ position into, like, a ID. But I figured this out later on after, like a couple of days after, like I got stuck on the thing. So yeah, I might... Maybe next time. Let's see... How do you index like a double pointer? So if I were to make this like a double pointer, oh, do you just do it the same way? That's interesting. I guess, do I have to malloc this? Hmm. I thought I need to malloc because I needed to malloc because this is dynamically assigned. I don't know, because it's a pointer and I don't have the, what's it called, like the concrete sizing. That's why I thought I had to malloc it. Do I not need to? Mm-hmm. Do I need it after generate maze? No, I don't need it. So if I just need it for this function block, do I not need to malloc it? Oh, I didn't know this. The hell? Okay. State memory is automatically freed. Nice. Okay. Oh, I didn't even know that this existed. Okay. Cool. Okay. Okay, it's right. Oh, thanks, man. Let's see. Is it just that? Create some example. Size of entity times that thing. Malloc is heap. Alloca is stack. Same as log builder. Oh, okay. Cool. Should be bool. Oh yeah, you're right. And you'll want to single address it. What do you mean by single address it? Like this part here? I shouldn't be doing this. Single address. So you're only doing single allocation. Single allocation. The variables type should be bool instead of bool. Oh. Oh. Like that? I see. So, oh, okay. So we're mapping, right, from IJ to... Okay. If you want multi-dim to do an allocation for an entire dimension, and do that many more allocations for arrays size. Oh wait, I think I get what you're saying. Okay. I want a multi-dim. So you're basically saying I need to initialize it row by row, right? Yeah, okay. I think I want to do that. I just want to see how it looks. Yeah. So, maybe this, and then something like this. Is that what you're talking about? So like I initialize however many rows there are on the outer thing, and then inside every row, this is a bool pointer. I do something like this for each of the thing, and that's how I can get here. Nice. Cool. Okay. This works. I mean, I guess it kind of does. Try it a couple more times. Nope. That's one. That one's inside a wall. You gotta fix. Why is it inside a wall? Oh, right. I think I need a logic to. Oh, okay. And collided. Oh, wait. I remember now. I haven't said. Print J. And also do this as well. No! Okay. Yeah. Yeah. This is kind of, I guess, my prototype of a maze gen. The idea was just to kind of generate a random maze with a tile and a wall, and then run the maze walker, or just kind of like carve a path from the start to the end. At first I was gonna generate random maze and then check that maze if it's walkable and then regenerate a random maze, but that's inefficient. So I'm generating a random maze and then just carving a path. But it's buggy. It's buggy. Debug. Can I see it here now? Okay, cool. Maybe, wait. Have you looked at any tutorials on how to generate roguelike mazes? Nope. I haven't looked at any actually. Today's the first day I'm tackling this problem, so I was just kinda trying to brute force it for the first try, and then if I get stuck, something like this, probably gonna look at tutorials. Yeah. I just want to try it out myself first before I look at anything. Just to get the pain. Right. Let me think. Automatically. Within. Generate tutorials online, let's see. Anti-pattern. pointers. Okay, fine. What if I do malloc? It's different. Just this. I'm just trying it out, seeing what happens. Honestly, I don't think it matters. I don't know though. I guess I'm still stuck here. J. Action. I guess it's just plus. Right. Make something real quick here. Into index. Oh wait, never mind. I already did that. First index. Right. Index current. Does it even work? No, it's still the same thing, basically. So that's not the problem. So the starting position is 5-9, end position is 7-7. Can we see the grid? So where are we? Five, 9. It's a wall. Wider. So it's not collided. Right. Can't see whatever. That's annoying. Attraction, -1. We're going to the left, which means J is gonna be 8 afterwards, right? Oops. Right, this is left again. Okay, I see the problem now. Basically... Oops. Basically, the reason why it's clearing up this region here is because I'm going left and then up. If we start here, go left, 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 left. Go, the next direction is up. It goes left and then goes up. That's why it clears. That's why it clears up this whole area here, because it's just left, 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 up, 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 up. Right. Wait, but no. Even if it's a wall, it should go past. Never mind. Uh, turn. It should keep going. Walking again. Oh, still. Is it? And down, 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 down. No, actually. So the algorithm goes left. And then... Alright, if it can't go left, then it goes up. No left, up, 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 no left, up. No left, no up, right. It goes left again, sees it's already done, goes back, up, right. Do this thing again, up and then right, left, up, right, left, up, right, left, up, right, up, right. it's gonna get trapped in the wall. You just return false in a wall. I'm stuck. Oh man, I think I'm gonna end it here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here for now. Whoops. Just wanna try switching to Malloc. Is there any difference? Not that I can't tell. Might need to use Valgrind to actually see any difference. Yeah, look, alright. Gonna right. Bye. Take care.